Shalom and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just got back from a weekend at Masada and the Dead Sea, so take a look at my adventure. Off we go! It was about an hour drive to get to the hostel where we hiked and the clean part of the Dead Sea where we swam. We hiked for about 4 hours to Nahal David, and it was so beautiful, and we could see the Dead Sea. It was so nice. We then walked to the cave where David had hid out from Saul. Saul was running after David, trying to kill him because he was jealous of David. I'm in the cave where David and Saul were. 1 Samuel 24 talks about how David was in the cave and Saul came in to look for David and he couldn't see him. And David could have killed Saul, but instead he took a little piece of his cloak off to then show Saul, look, I could have killed you, but I didn't, so Saul would have mercy on him. It's a pretty interesting story, especially because the cave is so small. I wonder where David had hid out, and I wonder how Saul didn't see David. It must have been pretty dark. And then we saw this pretty waterfall and we went to the Dead Sea. Look at me, I'm floating, woohoo! The water was so hot. That night we went to a Jewish Shabbat service, which is the prayers and songs that the Jewish people sing on Friday night to enter in their day of rest. Good morning. It's currently 4:15 a.m. and we are going to hike Masada and watch the sunrise. Let's go! Woo! Here we go. Off to Masada. You ready? They're not ready, but I'm ready. We woke up at like 5 a.m. to hike. It was completely dark and you couldn't see where you were stepping. Wow, I look like a mess. We are on our way up the hill. Not the hill, it's a mountain. It's a mountain. And there's the sunrise, it's coming.
I don't quite know what to take it. You can't really see your face because
they're coming down there, they're coming.
You can see your sexy silhouette.
We made it! Masada was so beautiful. We saw the Dead Sea and we saw the complete sunrise. Ah! And then our tour guide shared with us a brief history of why Masada is so
The
important.
natural beauty. Obviously, take a look. We're just next to the Great Rift Valley, lowest place on Earth. There's plate tectonic phenomena of separation, the earthquakes, the dramatic landscape. That's just beautiful, right? But it's not enough. You need more than this. There's like also that hill over there is pretty nice, right? So why Masada? So we have the second thing. The second thing is the archaeology or the agriculture. No, architecture. Okay, the architecture of Masada is super interesting. Soon you're gonna understand that in this place that doesn't have any water resource, people survived for a while. They got water from nowhere. They managed to have like a very nice lifestyle in this, like, sorry for that shithole. How did they do that? How did they manage to live in this place? So this is a mystery that is take us to the second thing, which is the archaeology or architecture. Okay?
Yes, Masada is so pretty, and that explains why King Herod wanted to live here. So we're walking through his home, where he used to live. And these are some of the bedrooms where they stored food. This is the mitvka, where the Jewish people would go and get purified. And now our tour guide explains how they heated the house.
So it's a pretty sophisticated, like pretty cool way to understand what happened and how did they do it here. I try to simplify it as much as possible. There's 2 floors here. We're standing on pretty much. You see that level? Okay, that's where people used to stand. And underneath there's like some kind of a lower level. And this level is connected to a stove that was outside with fire. And the smoke and the hot air that is coming from outside used to heat everything underneath. And more than this, they also put tubes on the walls that connect between the lower level and heating also the walls. So the tubes are connecting between the lower level to the walls. So everything was heated. So it was really, really hot.
That's King Herod's bedroom. And more of the remains of his home in Masada. And now we hike back down. That was such a good weekend. The Dead Sea is so pretty and so blue, and it was cool. We started out at way below sea level, one of the lowest places on Earth, and climbed up to sea level and got to see the entire Dead Sea, and it's so pretty. Such a nice hike. And we went to, obviously, Masada the next day, and that has so much history, which I don't really know all about, but they told us that the Jewish people were inside King Herod's house, which is like a second home. First of all, his house was so nice. I wish I could see it when it was like fully there, but the remains shows of how nice it was and how it's in a desert, the Judean desert, and yet they brought in water when it floods, and that they had big storehouses of food, and it was just super architecturally like awesome and beautiful. Well, there's history there because there were Jewish people there, and the Jewish and Romans were fighting in a war, and the Roman soldiers had surrounded the fortress and were going to come and kill the Jewish people inside. And since the Jewish people didn't want to follow the Roman laws, and the Roman soldiers were going to take them as slaves, the Jewish people inside killed themselves. And when the Romans came in, they were all already dead and there was no war to be fought. So it's really interesting, and I want to do some more research on that because that's a big deal, and I was at that place, which is cool. Anyways, it was really beautiful, and I'm so glad I got to go to those places. So with that said, thank you for watching this vlog. Thank you for wanting to keep up with me. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sending love and just praying for blessings on all my family and friends. I miss you guys really so much. I miss you. But I am having a wonderful time here. And I just want you to subscribe to my channel and turn on the little notifications. It's a little bell, so then you can get notified every time I make a vlog. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.